Welcome back to Wargaming Luke. Today we're playing for the first time the new 2nd edition of Firefight by Mantic Games. We're using the suggested force list that you get as part of the 2-player starter set. This comes to roughly just under 800 points a side, and this means we play on a 4x4 mat to accommodate a smaller battle. With the starter set you have a beginner scenario to try out called Control the Intel. We both roll off with a recon roll to see who gets priority. I win with the enforcers and choose a side. Before I deploy everything first though, I roll a d4 to see how many objectives we get for the scenario. I roll a 2, we then add 2 to this roll and end up with 4 objectives for this game. We alternate placing them and have to place in our opponent's half of the table at least 6 inches away from another. We then deploy on both sides with enforcers first. We have base coated each side in separate colours as to identify each side clearly for this game. Terrain does have a height in this game, but we can refer to the terrain table for height if ever we need to, and buildings can be entered in a game of Firefight. With all that down, we go into the opening command roll and round 1 of play with priority going to the enforcers. Quick special thank you to our sponsors, Board & Brum. You can shop over there for all your wargaming needs, from Games Workshop to Atomic Mass Games and many other companies, and look into their events that they have on pretty much every weekend. Thanks to those guys, and you can go and check out the link to their store in the description below this video. Okay, and we're all ready to go. Let's do a roll off for command points. So I'm going to be getting an extra green dice for mine because of the commander, and we've got 3. Wow, that's another 3 there, so that's 6 for me. And then Elle, you've got an extra black and an extra orange.
Yeah.
Only the 1. Not a good start, but we both have a commander, so we can re-roll 1 command dice each. I'm going to re-roll the black.
I'm going to re-roll the orange.
There we go. And an orange for you. Man. Not good. Alright, so only the 1 for you, Elle. Not a good start, really, for the Marauders, as opposed to the enforcers, who have a banquet of command points to use for the first round. So straight off the bat, since I got initiative, I'm going to go with a 6-inch move with my captain. And he's there, so we're going to go 6 inches. And you know what, we'll just actually go up to there with both. And then I will pop off for 2 of my 7 command points that I've acquired this turn. I'll go down to 5. And we will use his command order. And it costs 2 command points, but everybody within 12 inches gets We Feel No Pain Resilient 2 keyword, which means I get to re-roll 2 dice once I'm attacked with my roll, so I can roll 2 of my opponent's dice, essentially. We'll get into that later if it pops up, but anybody within 12 benefits from that. So instead of the advance, I'm going to do a sprint, which would be 12 inches for them, which is more than enough to get me up to there. And then I'm in base contact with a single model to help hold the objective there, and within 3 with my leader, but my leader's also in a bit of cover, so I think that'll be it. And it's over to your choice, Sarah. So advancing up some of your Marauders, and these are the commandos, I believe, shooting units, so they're going to make an advance, and then they're going to shoot. You've advanced forward up onto the objective with an advanced movement, and then you're going to take a shoot action. So shooting, you've got 9 in this unit. We are missing a model from it, but goes to say you get 9, and then you get +2 with the blue dice there for the heavy machine gun. And you need 6 ups, I think we said, Elle, because of the I'm in cover and it's defensible being a building because I'm behind it, so I get better armor.
The 3, but one of them is from the HMG, which pins.
Yeah. So you pin my HQ unit down, so they'll get a pin marker. So next time they activate, they're going to have to shake that for the first action. And I'm counting as 8+ armor for that HQ unit, commander unit, so go for Elle, you need 8s. And you do get 1 8, so you cause the damage. So because of the command order that I put out, which also affects myself, I'm resilient 2, which means I can make Elle re-roll up to 2 successful damage dice of my choosing. You only had 1 8, I'll make you re-roll that. Yeah, okay, all good. So being indefensible and that has really helped me out there. So we're going to activate my Enforcer Operative unit on the left flank here, and they're going to use Go, Go, Go for 2 command points to do a faction order. And because of my special rule on most of my units in this force for Enforcers, I don't have to be within 12 inches of my leader to use faction orders. I can just use it anyway. So I go down to 3 command points left, and go 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 allows them to do a move, then a shoot action, and then another advance action. So 3 actions in one, but it counts as a long action overall for my turn. So we're going to go 6 with the leader, move up to there, and then shoot at your unit opposite with no cover at this point. So then we've got 2 dice for each Genling laser, and then there's the burst rifle, which causes pinning if it gets a hit, the burst laser, and I need 4s. And those are my hits, pretty good going, and I got a hit with the red, which was a burst laser hit, so pinned that unit already. But then we need to damage on a 6 up, was it, Al? For your Marauders?
5 up.
5 up. And I managed to get no cover or armor boost here for you, so it is just... that's pretty good, that's pretty good, I got 5. And then you can make me re-roll one of yours, because all of your Marauders more or less are resilient. Resilient 1, but it is still a 7 though after re-roll, so I cause 5 damage. Brutal stuff. Also worth pointing out here, the Marauders lost 5 models off the back of the unit there, but when they were pinned, you can choose to go to ground as soon as you're pinned for free, and that gives them cover now, if they're shot at. So to show off this, what I'm also going to do is after we've activated that left flank unit there, I'm going to go down to 2 command points, and what that's going to allow me to do is dual activate, and we're going to go with this unit next, which is one of my assault enforcer units. So they're going to make a 6-inch assault, advance move followed by a shooting action. We've moved up to there onto the objective, so I've got 1 model on the objective and my leader's within 3. And then I'm an inch away at least from my own friendly unit, because you always have to keep an inch away from any unit. Then we're going to shoot for the second action. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do the 2 dice there for the Flamethrower, the Incinerator, and 4 Genling pistols, all range 12 into the Marauder unit. So the Flamethrower always hits on 4s. The Enforcers would usually be 5s with their Genling pistols, but it's up to 6s because you hit the ground for cover. So let's see what we can do. Well, that's both hits for the Incinerator, which makes you take a nerve test. And then I've got only 1 more there though. Okay, I won't make you take the nerve test because the only thing it does in this situation is makes you activated. It puts an activated token on you, which you've already activated this turn anyway, so it makes no difference. So all we're going to do here is roll for damage. 5 up armor on the Marauder Commandos, and we're getting 2 there, but you can make me re-roll 1 of them. So make me re-roll 1 of them, they're both the same for damage, so make me re-roll it, and I needed a 5, so only 1 goes through for 1 damage, which takes out another Marauder though. So the combat unit behind here has moved into the building because your leader was in base contact anyway. So you've advanced into the building, and then all sides of the building count as being able to be shot out of. So you've got windows or slats on either side. So then you're going to shoot 12-inch range with your pistols / your Flamethrower. And which unit are you going to go for?
That one.
Here? Yeah. On the objective. So you've got 4 pistols, or whatever they are that they shoot, and then a Flamethrower. And wow, okay, that's probably pretty good. So 2 missing, 4 go through, and you at least hit with 1 of the Flamethrower dice, which means you cause, it burns, and you cause me to take a nerve test, but I've already activated, so again, not really much point in taking the nerve test for that. And you need 6 pluses, which you do get 2, but I can make you re-roll both of those successes, which is brutal, because I'm within 12 of my leader, so only 1 goes through. So the 1 off the back here will go down, and that's 1 out of the 5 gone. And what we're going to do, we're going to go with my other Peacekeepers here, and we're just going to double move up onto the objective, because they're pretty hardy from what I've been able to tell so far, so they'll be fine just there. Keep some cover. So your Rainmakers, they're going to move up to here and unload all their weaponry. So they're moving up to there, and even though they have targeting systems and can target multiple different units, they're going to shoot all in to try and finish off my Flamethrower assault unit. So go for it, Al. You need to hit first. 5+, no cover for me. And the rocket salvos are going to be the red dice, and the HEV beam is going to be the blue. There we go, and re-roll one of those, so you only get 4 through. You did get a rocket salvo through though, which means that you pin the unit. And yeah, the rotary cannon had weight of fire, which is why you got to re-roll one of those, which you've done. You can then roll all 4 of those, needing 6 pluses, but I can make you re-roll 2 of them. And you get 3 there, which is nice. Oh, actually, sorry, the red one only needed 5s actually, because I had AP1, but you got it anyway. I'll make you re-roll the 2 whites because they have less chance, because you need 6s for those. Okay, so only 1 goes through. That resilience worked a dream for me. So you got 2 through, that's 2 dead, and they're going to need to be taking a nerve test at the end of this round, which is brutal. I've also decided to hit the dirt as I've been pinned. So what we're going to do for my activation, we're going to double move and sprint for a long action up into the building. So we'll put him on top so that we know that unit's in there. I'll keep him at the back of the map. So my combat unit of enforcers is in the middle building. So next up then for the Marauders, you've got your Ripper Maulers. The leader can go 12, and I believe we measured it. So you go the closest distance to the edge of the building. You want to charge my enforcer, assault enforcers, come straight to the edge of the building, and then you place the other model next to the leader. Soaring through the windows and slits into the building. They can't enter it afterwards because they're bulky. And I also, because I'm in a building, your charge, essentially, it's a hindered charge now because you're charging me in a building, so you don't get your +1 to hit modifiers.
They're just there to be can openers?
Yeah, basically, like killer cans. So you don't get your +1 to hit because I'm in a building, and as my assault reaction, I have the keyword to be able to counter-charge, which means we fight at the same time, instead of you fighting first for charging, because we're both charging each other, which is pretty cool. So basically, I stay in the same spot that I am, but I count as charging you at the same time. So we've gathered the dice pool for both sides. It's looking pretty tasty. You need 4s for yours, Al, I think. Oh, that's not great. Only 3. Oh, it's average. It's average. But I am resilient too, so later on it could make things worse. But I'll roll mine hits first. And then I'm going to roll mine for the enforcers. We've got 4 with the claws, the wrist blades, and 1 with a gauntlet, which are the red dice. And I need 4s as well. It's not bad at all. 3 dice on 3 ups because armor piercing 3, and you've got 2, but I can make you re-roll both of those because of resilient 2. So you need 3 ups again on both of those, which you get anyway. Nice. I need 6s, but these are -2 AP and those are -1. So 5 ups on those, 4 ups on the reds. I get 2 4s on the reds. And I needed 5s on the whites, which I only got 2 of, but you can make me re-roll 1 of these, which a white one would make sense. Less AP, so I need a 5. Don't get it, so the resilient helped you as well there. So I lose 3 and you lose 2, which is pretty even there, really. And there we go, you won, causing 3 damage, Al, so whoever wins the combat is the person who causes the most damage. So I've had to retreat 6 inches out of the building. You can't intercept the building and take it over because you're bulky. So you just stand there like we won kind of thing and roaring out, but then you have 2 damage on this model on the left. You have 3 health in total, so he's got 1 left. I'm pinned as well because I lost the fight, and that's pretty much ends that where it is. The jet bikes are going to go and they're going to shoot up 12 and then use a shoot action, I think. And my jet bikes are then going to shoot. They've got 18 range, more than enough to shoot this unit, which means you'll get defensible low behind the building and cover there. So I've got a missile launcher on one of these, and one's got a Dominator rifle. So the white dice are the Dominator rifle, the missile launcher is the reds. Mostly hitting there. Shooting goes to 5 ups because they cover for you, so I missed 2. Rolls on these, this is no AP for the rifle, but the red dice for the missile launcher will have -3 AP for your armor. So what's your armor, Al? 6 ups for me, but you go up to 7s though because you're in defensible cover. So I get, so that's missed for sure because I needed 7s on that, but -3 AP on this, which means 4 ups. So I do just about miss that one. So it's just that one which will make me re-roll.
Of course.
Which misses. You got away with that one. That would have killed off one of the big dudes. So you live for now. Yeah, so your leader moves up to the corner, and that means you get to then move the whole unit into the building.
So the whole unit is now inside that building.
Nice. So we'll just put him on top so we know you're in. And even though I'm in base contact here, we're pretty sure that I still have to make a charge or advance move to then attack you, essentially, into the building to cause a combat. So I'm going to make an advance move just with the leader here to get into this building. So I'll leave the leader on top so we know that they're in there. And then they can shoot out of all corners of the building, shoot into your building where your orkies are, so you're going to get defensible cover. You're in cover in the building, so I need 5s instead of 4s here, but the 2 red dice are going to be my burst laser, the whites are going to be the Genling rifles, needing 5s. Above average roll, so it's pretty nice, and I hit with the burst laser, which means you're pinned straight away, but then we'll do some damaging. You're in defensible cover, so your armor goes to a 6 from 5. So I need 6s here to get you. Okay, no AP, so it's just straight up looking for... So I need 6s, and I'm getting 2 there. And have you got resilient?
Yep.
So you make me re-roll 1, which is still a 6, so 2 go down. I'll take it. And you're pinned. And the last thing is this unit of shooters here, moving up onto the objective. The leader's in the middle here somewhere. And you've got a model at the front, a sprint long move action to get up onto that objective to help you claim another for this round. So you've got your commander left, commander, and he's just sort of sergeant. He's going to move up, and then you've got another action. So your commander is actually going to sprint up to the edge of the building. 2 died in this building, so you've got enough room to fit him in there with the rest of his Marauders.
He's not actually on the roof, he's inside.
Yeah, he's inside, but we're just acknowledging which are inside the building. So before anything else in the end phase, we can spend the rest of our command points to unpin units, 1 per for cost. I've got 2 left. I'm going to unpin my 2 broken units because they're below 50% model count. And Al, you're going to spend your 1 for this whole round to remove it from your broken unit.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Well, I'd rather have a unit pinned in a building than a unit pinned out in here.
Yeah, definitely. Then we go on to nerve tests. These 2 are broken for me, so we'll do those first, followed by your unit there, Al. I need to pass a 3 up on the test. Oh, we failed, but we get a re-roll because I'm within 6 of my commander who has inspiring. Oh, the re-roll saved them. This unit passes on a 4. So the re-roll saved them. You also get a re-roll here, Al, because you're within 6 here with an inspiring unit. So you needed a 5, you rolled a 4, so you need a re-roll. And you fail. They all get removed from the table.
Oh no!
They are gone. They run. You run. And so the re-roll did not help. The Marauders have run from the table, and you score for objective points after you run. So we now go on to scoring. I do score 2 here, and you only score the 1 on that flank because the only unit you left on this objective was that unit. We both have a unit left pinned here and here, so they get 1 less action in the next round. Otherwise, we go into round 2 and re-roll those command dice, because Al, you need some better ones this round.
Indeed.
Right then, so going into round 2, the enforcers are 2-1 up, and it's going into round 2. Another roll for command points and command dice, so I'm getting 4 with a re-roll if I want it, which I might re-roll the green one, to be honest. But I'll go with yours first. That's still better than last time, and you can re-roll a black die. You want to do that now? Might as well.
I could be cheeky and re-roll
An orange.
orange.
So re-roll a black, which doesn't give you another. I will re-roll my green because it doesn't have a fail on it.
See how it does
3.
re-roll.
Oh man, so I get 6 to your 3, but it's still pretty good for you. So at least you got some more to spend this round. And I keep initiative because I finished activating first last round. So straight off the bat here, my commander unit, we're going to pop for 2 command points, the same thing we did last round, which means we go down to 4 left. And then after that, so go down from 6 to 4 command points to use a command order, so everybody within 12, including themselves, still gets resilient. They've only got 1 action because they're pinned, so they shake the pin marker. So they only get 1 action. All they need to do is make a move up to the building, so they're going to come off the objective, and the leader's already in contact with it anyway, and then they get to make an attack. Not classed as a charge though, it's just classed as a normal attack. So I've assaulted the building. Your brawlers would usually be able to counter-charge, but they can't because they're pinned, and they get -1 to their hit modifiers in this part here. I've shaken my pin though, so I don't get -1 to my hits. So we now fight at the same time, instead of you going first, because you don't actually get to countercharge. We made a mistake earlier, guys, but we are learning as we play here as well. I think I countercharged with my unit in the building here, but they'd already activated. If you've already activated, or you're pinned, you can't counter-react, do an assault reaction. If they hadn't have already activated, they could do it, and then you put an activation marker on them, so they count as them being activated. Just worth pointing out. Alright, so these are all your attacks then for your claws at -1 AP, and then the blue die is just the assault weapon that's on the Flamethrower model. So go for it, see what you can get, and you're going to need 5s now because you're pinned, because you're -1, so we'll take out the successes. Alright, and then we've got an energy gauntlet at -2 AP with the red dice here, and we've got 2 white dice for the wrist blade. And this is going to be on 5-ups for me, and we only get 2 through, 1 of each type, which isn't too bad. The 6s with the white dice here for AP1, and you need 7s for the normal armor piercing of the assault weapon. You can re-roll a single 1, which you don't get enough for on a 4 there. That's for your vicious assault. I'll make you re-roll 2 of your successes there for resilient 2, because I got that off at the beginning of this go. So you fail 1 more and you get 6 through. That will probably be enough to wipe my unit. However, I do have 2 to go through damage for me as well, and I get an 8 and a 4. So this is on a 3-up, and that one there is on a 4, so I get that. Which one are you going to make me re-roll? The white would make sense, because I need a higher number, so I need a 4 on this, and I get it easily on a 7, so 2 of yours get wiped out, but I think both my captain and my enforcer there get wiped as well, which is savage. So I get these 2 wiped out. That was much worse than I thought it would be, and the brawlers lost 2 more. So, going into my second chain activation, because I'm going to spend a command point to go down to 3. And then I'm going to spend 2 more to do go, 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 and go down to 1 left. To do with this unit, I'm going to chain activate them. I'm going to do a move, an advance, a shoot action, and an advance action, again, for a long action altogether for the command point spent. I don't have, because they have the advanced training keyword, my commander doesn't have to be alive to use orders, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to move 6, get over the barrier here, and then we will go with shooting into these guys here, which you'll get some cover for, and defensible as well. We got 2 dice for each of the Gendling rifles, and then I got a burst laser there which can pin if it hits at least once. -1 to hit because you're in cover. This goes up to 5s because of the cover that you have. So you're pinned already because I got at least 1 hit through with the burst laser, and then we're looking at, you've got +1 armor to 7+ that I need here to damage you. And we get 1 through, but you're going to make me re-roll that for resistance, resilient, which I get a 6, which isn't enough. So unfortunately, and none of those have got AP on them. So although you got pinned, I still couldn't take the last damage off this guy on the end. But they'll have 1 last action when they're come to activate, so that's not so bad. Bonus move at the end here for these guys, and they're just going to move onto the objective here. We've got to move out into the open to help claim the objective, but it is in the open, so it's kind of tough to do anything else, so that'll be me done. So your unit of 5 brawlers in this building are going to charge out, because you can do that with a sprint, yeah? So you're going to move 12 straight into me here. I've already activated, so I can't counter charge, unfortunately. You had a straight charge, it's not hindered because you didn't go through any terrain to get there. So you just attack straight up first because you got the charge, and you get +1 to your hit rolls as well. 1 dice for the assault weapon on the Flamethrower, and 2 for each of the claws, so that's 4 times 2 there. 4-ups go to 3-ups because of a charge, +1 hit bonus, nice. 4s because you've got AP -2 to beat my armor. And you get to re-roll 1s, but there's no 1s for vicious, so it's just whatever you've rolled there. And I don't get resilient 2 because my commander's down. So 3 go down. And there we go, I lose the combat and run away from the charging unit, and I lost 3 men, and we're pinned. So your Marauder brawlers in this unit, they remove their pinned, so you're going to spend a command point to go down to 2, is that right? Yeah. And you will then remove the pin marker, and you're going to spend an advance to do a normal move into base contact with these, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And surround my unit there, lovely stuff, and you did not charge those, so we fight simultaneously. However, I did actually say I was going to counter assault with a assault reaction with my controlled fire, which is basically I get to shoot at you before you come at me with no cover, but I get a -1 to my hit roll for Overwatch essentially. So I get 3 for the rifle and 2 for the burst laser. Needing 5s, so I missed those 3. So those at the moment, and you get pinned on the way in. 5 up armor, no AP on these, so I need 5s. 2 8s, but you can make me re-roll one of them because of the resilient. Still get it. 2 go down before they get in. So now we fight simultaneously. I think you're usually on 4s, but you're going to be on 5s now. So on 5s because you are now pinned.
4 hits.
So you get 4. You fight simultaneously, so I'm going to go now. 5 ups for me, and I'm not pinned. And I got 2. So the claws need 6s here on the white dice, 7 for the blue, and nothing. Re-rolling the 1s though for vicious assaults, and you get 1 there with the 6 up because that's -1 AP on the white dice. I would normally need 5 ups to get through your armor, but it's only 3s because -2 AP, and I get both through. But you've got resilient, so you make me re-roll one of them. Still get it, and then I don't have resilient, so you keep yours. So you lose 2, I lose 1. 1 damage. They lost the combat, so they've run away, and they've only got the 2 left. So we're going to go with these 2 here, shooting into your single unit. And this is going to be burst laser with the red dice, Gauntlet rifle with the whites. Looking for 4s. So 1 on each, which is nice, so that pins you because of the burst laser. 5s for your armor, and I get 1. Reroll that because you're resilient. Still get a 5, so 1 goes down, and you're pinned. We're going to spend my last command point to chain activate. We're risking it. I'm going to go with this unit that has the Flamethrower. Okay, what we're going to do is chain activate this unit, and we're going to go 6 with the captain to move up to here, and move this guy within consolidation range to help take that objective. And then they've got an action left. They're going to Flamethrower into the building to get this guy. So you're in defensible cover, but you don't get cover for stopping my Flamethrower. So we've got a pistol into your general inside the building, and the Flamethrower. Flamethrower on 4s, and my normal one will get a negative modifier of 1, so that'll be on 5s. So that goes through with 1, and because I hit with at least 1, you have to make a nerve test on your general. And what did you get there? 5, so you passed. Your armor goes to a 6 up, and I do it, but then are you resilient? So make me re-roll it for a 6, and I don't pass.
Yeah.
So the Rainmaker's moving up, the leader, and then the other guy can jump on the objective there, and then you can shoot. Alright, so you're going to go with shooting, and one of them's going to go into this unit, and the other's going to go into this because you have targeting scopes or something like that, I think. So it means you can target 2 different units.
Yeah.
So this one first with the Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Go for it. I very doubt that you've got anything on that one. So missed for the first one. Second unit, do it again. And the rockets that you have are too close to me. You're too close to me to fire rockets at those units. That's better.
That's a bit better.
So re-rolling 1 from the first attack there, which you don't get anyway because of weight of fire. You hit with all of those, so now you just need 3 ups on the beam dice and 6 ups on those, because there's no AP on the normal Gatling gun. And you get 1 of each. And the 2 on the objective there get removed, and so there's only these 2 that survived it standing on there, competing for it at the moment. Otherwise that is your Rainmaker's done. So my speeders are going to go, and they're going to move the leaders there, so we're just literally going to budge up to there, outside of 1 from both units there, and help contest the objective, and then we're going to shoot probably into this unit some more. We've got 2 red dice here for the missile launcher, and another 3 for the Dominate rifle. The missile launcher has AP 4. Okay, So both of the missile launcher hits missed, which is unfortunate. 2 left there, and then your armor is 5. Armor of 5, no AP, so I need 5s, and we miss again. Wow. So what you're going to do is you're going to activate these, and you're going to use Gore It in Jaws, faction order, to give yourself Weight of Fire 1 and Vicious Shooting keywords, and you gain AP -1 to your rifles in the unit, which is nice for your next shooting attack. Needing 6s here because I'm in cover. Okay, no hits with the blues, which is unfortunate because that's the heavy machine gun to pin me, so no hits there. You could re-roll one of those, which you get, which you want because you pinned me with that. I get +1 armor because I'm in defensible cover from the building. You need 7s now on the white dice and an 8 on the blue, which you got. And you got 2 there. No resilience left for me, so 2 go through. I'm on 1 health left on this guy anyway, so he goes down. And the other one takes a damage, so he's alive on 1 left. With the leader, but they're pinned and activated. We'll go with the unit inside this building. They're all going to shoot long range into your unit on the objective there. So there's going to be 4 Genling rifles here and 1 burst laser with the red dice. If I hit with those, or one of those, you get pinned, which we do, I think, get a hit there. Slightly better shooting there, and you get a pin marker. But then I'm also damaging. Your armor is 5 up. No AP. That's pretty decent. It's half. Make me re-roll 1 for resilient, which I miss. So 2 go down, and you're pinned. These actually have an action left, so they're going to move 6 out of the building towards the objective. Oh, they get behind the wall. And there we go, scooting out the building and into a bit of cover. That'll do them. And then your maulers. Your leader can move up just short, but then the other guy can place on the objective, so all good there. And placing them outside of 1 there on the objective to help try and claim that. Your commander is the only one left to go. He's charged out the building with a sprint into these 2. 4 up on an assault. He's only got 1 die. You get it though. My armor's 6, so you need a 6 up on that die. 6 up, gets hit. No resilient for me either, so 1 dies before I can fight back. My sergeant somehow has better weaponry. He's got a energy gauntlet with 2 attack dice, AP2, and this is going to hit on 4s. No, and that is what can happen. I lost a man, so I lose combat, and I run away 6 in that direction, and I'm pinned. So you're going to, in the end phase, you have 1 command point left. You're going to spend it to unpin this unit.
Yeah.
And then we go into broken tests. So my nerves usually a 3 up on here. It's now a 6 up because -2 for being, -1 for being pinned and -2 for being the last man standing. Fail on a 5. No reroll. He runs and dies. Then we've got, what else have we got over here? They're not the last man, but they're pinned. So this is going to be on a 4 up. We pass. Last man and pinned, so -3. But he probably did pass there on a 7, so he's fine. 6 up here because you're pinned for your Marauders, your Brawlers. Passed. So going into round 3 here, it's now 4-2 to the Marauders. They've turned it around. Their look has come in. They're brutalising me. But we'll do our command roll. That's not bad for the Marauders though, considering I've only got black dice left because my commander's gone down. But it's good for you too. You can re-roll the black. Your commander's alive. Wow, there we go. So that's 6 for you. So the jet bikes are going to go, and they're going to spend a command point to do Firestorm as one of their faction orders. I'm going to spend a command point, and then I'm going to boost it for 2 instead of 1. I get Weight of Fire 2, Vicious Shoot, and for the boost I get an extra AP off on the weapons. Shooting then into this unit, because I need to get them off of there. This is going to be Missile Launcher on the 2 dice there, and that's the rifle. See how we do. I can re-roll 2 dice. Re-roll that one. Okay, and that'll be that. Can't re-roll a re-roll. So, 4 hits. Extra AP on the missile launcher and -1 AP now on the rifle because of the boost. And I get to re-roll 1s because of Vicious Shoot. No re-rolls, but... So they all hit. Needed 5s, that goes down to a 4 for the whites and down to like 2s for these. So they all go through, so that's 4 down, that's the unit out. We'll spend a command point to go down to 1 left and chain activate these guys, and then I'm also going to use the same faction order as I did earlier with them again for Firestorm, but I can only spend 1 on that, so I'll go down to 0 because I can't boost it, so they don't get the extra AP essentially. Burst laser hits, it pins you again, otherwise it is just 4s to hit because there's no cover for you there. And I've got Weight of Fire to re-roll on 4s, and I nearly hit with everything. Re-roll those. Weight of Fire 2, sorry, so I get to re-roll up to 2 dice. They hit as well. 6 ups needed on your armour, and then I get to re-roll 1s because Vicious shoots from the order. No 1s, which is sad, and not probably enough 6s. Oh, it's close. Okay, 4, which may be enough to wipe your unit because you've already got 2 damage on one of them. You got Resilient. 6 needed. No, they live, so this guy lives on 1, your leader. And then they've got an action left, so they'll move in onto this objective here. So we've got the leader who can actually get on it himself, so we'll just go boop, and move these guys on. Stay away from 1 of each thing, and I can just chain my way in there to there. Gauntlet and Jaws again on this shooting unit.
Yeah.
Shooting to these guys, open fire. They're in the open, and you're going to use Gauntlet and Jaws for a command point. -1 AP on all the white dice now for the rifles, and heavy machine gun pins if it hits. So 5 ups there you need, and you got 1 hit with the heavy machine gun, so you pin them. 6 up armor, but you got -1 AP on the whites, so you need 5s on those, 6 on the heavy machine gun. You get 2 go through, so 2 go down. And then you're going to use second action to go to ground, because why not? It just means you have cover in the open.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend a command point to go down to 4 left to chain activate to him before he dies. He's pinned, so you remove the pin. You can just do a normal move in, yeah? Get on the objective and attack. We both attack at the same time because it wasn't a charge, but it means you can try and get some damage in before you go down. So we both got 3 dice, fighting simultaneously. Go first up, and I'd imagine you've got all but the 1 there. 5 for me because it's not an assault unit, and I miss all of them. Needing 3s because you've got 3 AP. Nice, and no resilience for me, so 2 go down. And it's just my leader left at the back there, so you've taken me off the objective as well. Probably worthwhile, because he didn't die straight away there. Might as well go with me next. I've got no command points left. We'll go with this guy to try and take out him. Literally just some final revenge. 3 dice for a Dominator rifle, and it's shooting on 4s. No cover, so 2 go through. And your armour, 6 armour. I had to remove my pin guys for the first action there. So I need 6s, and I don't get them either, so miss again. But he stays on the objective for now, and that'll be that. So you got the Rainmakers going. They're going to shoot everything into here, other than the rockets, which are too short range. So they're going to go into these guys. So you're going to do the rockets first into them, and you've also spent a command point to do Gauntlet and Jaws. So you need 5s, was it? So you can re-roll this one for Weight of Fire off of your Gauntlet and Jaws, which you miss. Then you need to pierce my armor, which is 6. And it's AP -1, I think. So you need a 5, which you get easily. No resilience for me, so the burst laser goes down. And I was already pinned, so the pin from the burst rockets doesn't matter. Then everything else into the jet bikes. Okay. So you got 1 Weight of Fire for this attack as well. So you're going to re-roll that for a 5. You want the AP on that one, don't you, really? So you get it. And then I believe you had Weight of Fire 1 on these anyway. So you could re-roll 1 of those as well, because it's just cumulative. Okay, which misses anyway. And then the others hits, so you need to pierce my armor. AP 3 on the blue dice for the lasers, and then the white ones are just standard. Okay, so you're unfortunately missing those, because you needed 3s from those. And then you needed 6s from these, so you got 2 there, which still takes out a jet bike though. Nice. So the only one left for me is here. I'm just gonna move in. Then you got these 2 here, they're pinned, so they shake the pin, and they got an action left. Try and finish him since he's on the objective. He's not gonna really have any cover there. Flamethrower, 2 blue dice, 6 up to hit, so the flamethrower hits, and then you got a damage. See what you get. No, that will miss. Sorry, the other blue one would have been on a 4, but you missed anyway, to be fair, so that'll be that. Okay, so your captain, ideally you just want to shoot this lonely guy. So what's his shoot stat?
5 up.
Okay, so you need a 5. Go for it. You hit, and then wounding, you're going to need a 6. No AP, but you get it. No resilience, he goes down. And then he can move in on the other side. And what's his unit strength?
2.
It's 2 unit strength, and I'm only 1 with the jet bike, so he actually holds this objective. What a don. You hold this one, this is contested, and you hold that one at the back. So it's 3 more points for you to go up to 7L to my 3. I don't even get anything there, so to my 2. 7-2 to the Marauders in the end. Wow, the Orcs went out. Lovely stuff. I enjoyed it. Don't know about you. Was it good?
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff.
I think it is definitely a simplified version of kind of 40k. I could see it working even better with the vehicles in there and a wider table and like a 6x4. With a bigger, more vehicles included and all that. I'd love to see how that would work. We're definitely going to try out more match play games and some narrative games as well, just test those out and see how different they kind of work. I think I've learned things about my own enforcers. This is literally the first game we play, guys, so I know what I'd do differently with mine. I think definitely make more of the shoot actions and definitely try and stay outside of combat. I figured that out, especially against Marauders. Charging into that building with my commander unit, I thought I'd do better, and against the unit of like 8 strong brawlers, they just got owned, and it was such a silly decision, but yeah.
And standing out in the open was a mistake for me.
And if you are going to then use the hit the ground,
And not realising how squishy my commander was. I mean, he made it, but
yeah, if I'd have known that, to be fair, earlier, I definitely would have gone for him sooner, because I think it would have gone down easier. But yeah, very interesting stuff. I love the building mechanics, coming in and out of buildings. I think that works great. And I'll definitely touch more on this in my post-game review of the actual Firefight 2nd edition, but I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. Thanks for watching this Let's Play, and if you have any questions regarding the game or the rules, feel free to comment down below and let us know, are you picking up the game and what are you looking forward to most? Please do check out our sponsors Board and Brum for all your wargaming hobby needs, and check out all our latest videos for Firefight 2nd edition on screen now. As always, for all things Firefight, keep it right here on Wargaming Luke, but for now, happy wargaming.